consistently posts shorts that get many thousands of views, but more importantly, he's just discovered a new way that he's used to get the viewers of his shorts over to his long form videos pretty damn consistently. For example, when Jordan first posted this video, as you can see in the first 48 hours it did pretty terribly, but then Jordan posted a short here, and as you can see, it gave this video a massive boost in views relative to how many it had. That video then gradually gained traction until the algorithm took note here, and the rest is history. Or there's this video, again, similar pattern. The first day or so didn't do very well, but then Jordan posted a short here, and I mean, you can see for yourself what happened. Now, Jordan's done this time and time again, and the coolest part is he's offered to share his secrets with us here today. So Jordan, before we get into exactly how you did this though, tell us your story real quick, because it's going to give people some really important context that will help them apply the knowledge that you're about to share.
Just like every kid growing up now, I've just always kind of wanted to be a content creator, be like the people you kind of watch on YouTube on a daily basis. The app that kind of got me started was YouTube, because I was like, okay, everyone's on YouTube. They're going from YouTube to Hollywood, so I'm just going to try and be a YouTuber and make videos on my phone. So the very first couple of videos I started working on were when I was in college. I started trying to make college tips and tricks videos, and then the app TikTok came out, so I was like, oh, everybody's talking about TikTok, Charli D'Amelio, all these other people. So I made a TikTok account, and I saw like the funny skits people were making, and I was like, I can make funny skits like that. So I started trying to make the skits like everybody else, but that really wasn't for me. So I started testing the waters, trying to see what could get me views, and I started making anime videos, and one of them took off. So I started continually just making videos about anime, and now I have a TikTok account. I think I've posted over 1,000 videos probably on anime, and grown that account to 230,000 followers on there. So started trying to use that platform to take people over to other platforms such as my Twitch account, my YouTube account, and all that other stuff, trying to eventually one day maybe become a full-time content creator, but if not, at least have it as a side business.
Now you're going to share your advice on how the people watching this right now will be able to replicate your results, but first, do you think that you're super special, unique, or gifted, or do you think that anyone can replicate what it is that you're about to reveal and get similar results on their own gaming channels?
I definitely think anybody can do it. I haven't always just been this person that's like, I want to be on the camera, I want to talk. Like, there were a lot of times I record the videos and I'll be like, oh geez, like, what are people going to think of like what I have on, or like my foot's in this one, what are people going to say about my feet? And now it's gotten to a point where it's just like, I've grown so much as a content creator just because I show up every single day getting in those reps to, it's like, I'm willing to post anything at this point, and I just know at some point this is going to be a video that I look back on and I'm going to be like, why did you ever think this video was a good idea? I looked at probably like 30 plus videos from 3 years ago, and I was like, I don't know why I thought any of these were a good idea. I'd never post this video. It's just kind of exciting to know that that's where I was 3 years ago. So where would I be at 3 years in the future if I think those videos were bad, if I look at these videos now?
Okay, well, let's get stuck into this. So the first part of your strategy is creating short form content that actually gets views, because without that you have no traffic to push across to your long form videos. What are your best tips for that?
So I would definitely say it's important that you learn from every single video that you're making. When I first started, if I got a video got like 10,000 views, I'd be like, okay, why did this video get 10,000 views? Was it the sound that I used? Was it because it was trending at the time? Was it because a lot of people watched it all the way through? You need to really look at your videos when you're creating them and figure out why they're not doing good, and figure out why the ones that are doing good are working, and continually building off that. When I first started, I was like doing 100 different things, and I was trying to figure out, do I like doing this? Is this what I like? Does this video do well? And then I finally made an anime video that did well. So then I made a part 2 to that video, and a part 3, and a part 4. And by the time I got to part 7 or 8, they started getting a lot less views. So I was like, okay, let's talk about something else within anime. So let's talk about this. That doesn't do well. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, that did okay, but let's change it up a little bit, and then it does good. And then you build off of that. You just have to constantly be willing to learn from your mistakes, and you also have to be willing to learn when you're doing something right, and separate the two so that you stop doing the bad things and that you keep doing the things that are working for you.
So like, at what point do you think someone has enough data to actually analyze a video and gets genuine, statistically significant information?
The TikTok algorithm, I've learned, the YouTube Shorts algorithm, the Instagram Reels algorithm, they're very good at figuring out what videos are good and pushing them to the correct audience. Like I said, I started my Instagram Shorts account like 2 months ago, and it was an account with 0 followers. I didn't tell anybody about the account. It was a brand new account. I posted a TikTok that went semi-viral. I think it had 50,000 views, and I just got rid of the TikTok watermark, and I posted it on my Instagram Reels. And the very first video I posted on that brand new account got, I think it has 10,000 views on that video now. So once you start making good content, you will know, but you do have to go through making that bad content first until you figure out who's the audience that's going to be willing to watch the videos that you're making. If you're making videos that nobody wants to watch and you're consistently getting 3 views, it's probably because there's only 3 people that want to watch those videos. Typically, my rule of thumb is I give it like even more than I should sometimes, but 5 videos. If I do 5 videos in the topic, sometimes 3 to 5 is typically how many chances I'll give it, depending on if I like recording them. If I don't like making the videos, I'll typically give it 3 tries and I'm done. If I really like making these videos and I want it to work, I'll give it 5 tries, but I'm not gonna post the first video, then post the second video and do the same exact thing that I did in the first video. I'm gonna tweak what I did the first time and try and make the work the second time. And then I'm gonna post it the third time and I'm gonna tweak what didn't work the second time and see if I can get it to work if I really don't enjoy it. But even then, at some point, if you get to the 5th time, you tweaked it, nothing worked the first 5 times, there might just be no one that's interested in what you're talking about. And I think that's one of the harder things that people have to realize, that something that might be interesting to you is not always going to be interesting to somebody else. And I think that's the toughest thing to figure out.
From a technical perspective, from like a scripting and editing perspective of these pieces of short form content, particularly for YouTube Shorts, do you have any tips or tricks that you've found get extreme amounts of results?
So if you can come up with a good series idea that does well, the way the algorithm works, that if you make a second part, it's going to get shown to the person that liked the first part. And if you make a third part, it's going to get shown to the people that like the second and first part. So the longer you can kind of keep a series going without it dying out, I've seen that is going to get you some of the best results.
Now later we might share some more ways to create some killer short form content, but I've got to ask now, how do we create shorts that actually result in views for our long form videos?
One of the strategies I've kind of had is making my short form content almost a promotional or like a commercial for the longer form content. So if you wanted to get someone to watch your long form content, I typically will post whatever I had for the long form content, whatever that idea was, I'll post it, and then I'll give it 2 or 3 days just to kind of do its own thing in the YouTube algorithm. And then I'll start putting out the promotional video to try and get people towards it. That kind of gives you just a taste of what the long form videos like. But if you want to get the full experience, you're going to have to go to YouTube and watch the full video. And so I found that a video can be not performing well at all. It can be at a 10 out of 10. It can be at a 9 out of 10. But once I post that promotional video for it, I've had videos go from having 10 views on my channels and being 10 out of 10s to I post a promotional video and I check it 2 days later and now it's at a 1 out of 10 and thousands of people have gone to watch it and it's got hundreds of comments on it. When I'm saying a promotional video, that is not a video with you like staring at your camera and be like, hey guys, go check out my newest YouTube video where I talk about how to make the best gun in Call of Duty. That is more than likely a video people will not want to watch. But if you did want to make a video and talking about like the best class or the best gun in Call of Duty, you would make a short form video that basically could stand alone as its own piece of content that doesn't feel like a promotion. So that's where you would want to make that video where you're like, I found the most broken class in all of Call of Duty. To make it, here's what you do. And then at that point, people will be interested in watching the video and be like, okay, like, let me see if this is a class that I've used, or like, what is this class? I want to test it. So you can kind of give people like the attachments and you'll be like, okay, but then maybe you leave off one of the like most important pieces of it, almost like how you'd want to get someone to watch another YouTube video. You'd say, oh, but if you want to know what makes this class so broken, you'll have to go check out the full video and figure out what that is.
Awesome. Well, let's quickly, before we wrap up, are there any other technical tips that you had that you wanted to share?
When I make videos, I like to think of the hook before I even record the rest of the video. So I think, what is this video going to be about and how can I make the hook interesting enough to where I know what I'm going to say in the rest of the video, but how can I make the hook the most interesting part of the whole video all the way up until what I'm going to reveal? So if you're going to make a video talking about the best perks or the best attachments to have on a gun, don't make the intro the best attachments for this gun, because at that point, some people will watch it, but that's not how you're going to get the most benefit and the most views out of making that video, compared to if you said like, I'm going to show you the most broken class, or if you put an emphasis on like how this game breaking gun in the game, like why is it game breaking? What makes this gun so good? I think really having that question that makes someone want to watch the rest of the video is what really is going to help your videos get a lot more views. And another thing that you can do to help your videos get a lot of views, if you notice people are watching your videos all the way to the end, you can almost loop the video so that they don't even realize that the video's an end, so that it plays like it plays back, if that makes sense. Me personally, if you're gonna use all three like short form platforms that you can use, just post it as many places as you can find that you have time to do. So I don't even really make any changes. I'll post the same video on my TikTok, and I have an app that I'll download it from, and then it goes straight to YouTube Shorts, and it goes straight to Instagram Reels, and sometimes it'll perform just as good, if not better, and sometimes it just won't do numbers at all compared to the original one. But I definitely think if you're going to take the time to do short form content, make sure you're getting the most out of it, since everything now is trying to do short form content. Instagram's doing it, YouTube's picked it up. I definitely think you should just be posting it as much as you can so as many eyes can get on it.
Jordan, thanks so much for your time. For anyone who's interested, Jordan's links will be down below. But of course, Jordan's strategy is not going to work for you if your short form content isn't getting thousands of views in the first place. So if you want to go deeper on how